An inquest into SYDNEY and APO's deadly cafe siege has found extensive failings within the police and justice system. In December 2014, gunman Manharan Manas held 18 people hostage inside a Lindt cafe until police stormed the building 17 hours later. A coroner on Wednesday ruled it was a terrorist incident for which Manas was solely responsible. However, he said authorities had made major errors, including not acting moments before a hostage was killed. Cafe manager Tory Johnson died immediately when shot by Manas, New South Wales coroner Michael Barnes said. When officers entered the building, they shot Manas dead, but stray police bullet fragments killed a second hostage, barrister Katrina Dawson. Mr. Barnes ruled police were ill-equipped to handle the siege, relied too heavily on a sole psychiatrist, and employed a contain an strategy which failed. He also savaged an earlier decision allowing bail to Manas, who had been charged with 43 sexual assaults and being an accessory to his ex-wife and APO's murder. Although Mr. Barnes stressed the deaths were not the fault of police he found failings with their actions, including a 10-minute delay between Manas firing his first shot and police entering the building, allowing Mr. Johnson to be executed in the relying on advice from a psychiatrist who did not have sufficient terrorism expertise, underestimating the GUNMAN and APO's preparedness to kill or injure hostages, allowing 8 calls by hostages to police to go unanswered, having some confusion around the lines of command. Mr. Barnes said a prosecutor had given inadequate information when Manas faced an earlier bail hearing over his ex-wife and APO's murder. That prosecution solicitor erroneously advised the court that Manas did not have to show exceptional circumstances before he could be granted bail on the murder charges, Mr. Barnes said. Manas, an Iranian-born Australian citizen, had pledged allegiance to so-called Islamic State not long before the siege. It remains unclear whether Manas was motivated by Islamic State to prosecute its bloodthirsty agenda or whether he used the ORGANISATION and APO's reputation to bolster his impact in pursuit of his own ends, Mr. Barnes said. On Monday, the families of Mr. Johnson and Ms. Dawson criticized a police command tactic to intervene only if the gunman killed or injured someone. I and APO's never be able to understand how you can make a calculated decision that you wait for someone to die, Mr. Johnson and APO's mother, Rosie Connellan, told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC. However, New South Wales Police Association acting chief Tony King said the inquest had scrutinised police officers as if they were on trial, for some lawyers the focus appeared to be not just to attribute blame but moral culpability, twisting words to belittle experienced officers, he wrote in a long post on Medium. A gunman enters the cafe early on 15 December 2014 and has a coffee before holding a gun to manager Tory Johnson and APO's head. The gunman is identified as Manharan Manas, an Iranian self-styled Muslim cleric given asylum in Australia. Manas already faces a string of criminal charges, including sexual assault and being an accessory to the murder of his ex-wife. Several hostages managed to escape the cafe, which is surrounded by hundreds of armed police. Police commandos stormed the cafe in the early hours of 16 December after Manas shoots Mr. Johnson dead. Manas and cafe customer Katrina Dawson die in the police operation.